Picture a grand tapestry woven across eons, its threads stretching back to the dawn of life itself. When did the rhythm of rest first pulse through the veins of existence? Was it with the lumbering giants of prehistory or the darting creatures of the deep? Without a window to the past, the clues lie scattered across the living world, from the tiniest crawler to the mightiest flyer. By tracing these patterns, a story unfolds, one that reaches far beyond what anyone might have guessed, revealing a truth as old as the earth beneath our feet. Every creature, from the buzzing wasp to the soaring eagle, surrenders to some form of repose. This isn't a quirk of a few. It's a universal law etched into the fabric of life. Beetles and barracudas, salamanders and serpents, all drift into a state of stillness. Climb higher up the branches of evolution, and the pattern holds. Sparrows, sloths, stallions, and yes, humankind, all bound by this ancient right. Even the simplest sea dwellers, like jellyfish and starfish, lapse into quiet phases, mirroring our own descent into oblivion. When prodded after missing their rest, these humble beings sink deeper into their slumber, much like we do after a sleepless night. How far back does this thread wind? Consider the lowly worm, born in the fiery chaos of the Cambrian dawn over 500 million years ago. If worms knew rest, then so too did the towering beasts that followed. Imagine a herd of long-necked titans dozing beneath a prehistoric moon. Go further still, to the single-celled pioneers that pulse to the planets, light and shadow. Their cycles hint at the roots of our own daily ebb and flow, suggesting rest might be life's first song, with wakefulness a later verse. What if the real riddle isn't why we sleep, but why life ever stirred from that primal cradle? Perhaps wakefulness, with all its wear and tear, is the anomaly, and rest the truest state of being. Whether this notion holds water or not, one thing is clear. Slumber's roots run deep, uniting all who crawl, swim, or soar. A kaleidoscope of rest yet. Within this shared bond lies a dazzling array of differences. Take the gentle elephant, content with a mere 4 hours of shut-eye, while the fierce leopard lounges for 15. The tiny cave bat reigns supreme, basking in 19 hours of darkness daily. Why such a spread? The obvious answers: size, habitat, hunter or hunted, don't quite fit the puzzle. Even within families tied by blood, the variations defy logic. Picture two cousins of the rodent clan. One snoozes for 16 hours, the other a brisk 8. Meanwhile, a burrowing marmot and a chattering monkey, worlds apart in lineage, sync up at 10 hours apiece. What drives this patchwork of habits? A faint signal emerges. The more intricate the mind relative to the body, the longer the respite required. As evolution sculpted ever sharper intellects, rest became the caretaker of these delicate machines. But outliers abound. A forest dweller, with a modest frame, might log 18 hours, nearly matching the bat's record, while its kin scrape by on half that. Some once thought the depth of rest, not its length, held the key. Perhaps a brief, potent slumber could do the trick. Yet, evidence points the other way. The longest sleepers often dive deepest, leaving the true measure of quality a mystery for now. The best guess weaves together diet, danger, social ties, energy burn, and brain power, a delicate dance shaped by survival's many demands. The shapes of sleep beyond time, the texture of rest varies too. All creatures drift into a calm, dreamless tide, the foundation of slumber. But only the feathered and furred latecomers to life's stage weave in the vivid tapestry of dreams. Insects and cold-blooded kin show no trace of this fanciful phase, while birds and mammals revel in it. This suggests dreaming is a recent flourish, born to tend needs the older tide couldn't meet. Yet the sea throws a curve. Ocean roamers like porpoises and orcas seem to skip the dreaming wave entirely, an oddity among their warm-blooded brethren. With bodies that go slack in dreams, sinking could spell doom, so they stick to the steady current instead. Half-land dwellers like seals blur the line. On shore, they dream freely. In water, they ration it to a whisper, surviving weeks on the barest trickle. Does this mean dreams are dispensable? Hardly. When land beckons, the full cycle resumes, hinting at a vital role unmet by the deep alone. Some argue these swimmers still dream, just in ways too subtle to catch. Brief flickers or hidden ripples in uncharted corners of the mind. Echoes of this appear in spiky egg layers like the echidna, whose dreams pulse low and fierce, a prototype refined in later kin. Perhaps the sea's dreamless ones follow suit, their secrets awaiting sharper tools. Stranger still, birds and mammals, born. On separate paths, both cradled dreams, a twin birth sparked by shared pressures. A whisper from a scaly outlier suggests this spark glowed 100 million years earlier, a seed that bloomed into the visions we know today. Which matters more? The steady deep or the wild dream? Strip both away from a creature, then watch it reclaim them. The deep returns first, a ravenous tide swallowing hours beyond the norm. Later, dreams surge back, balancing the scales. Neither can be skipped without cost, though the deep claims priority and neither is fully regained, a quiet warning of rest's fragile gift. The art of repose, how rest unfolds, is another marvel. Sea giants like whales master a split dance. One half of the mind sleeps while the other steers, a symphony of calm and chaos mere inches apart. Birds perch with one eye open, guarding against the night's teeth, while flocks turn this into a chorus. Sentinels at each end doze with half a brain, shielding the rest. Humans lack such flair, but in strange beds, one side of the mind sleeps lighter, a faint echo of vigilance fading with familiarity. Dreams, though, demand unity. Both halves join in, a chorus unbroken across all who weave them. Bending. The rules under dire strain, rest bends but never breaks. Hunger can shove it aside, urging a fly to forage or a fasting soul to pace. A mother whale and her calf, adrift in perilous waters, shun sleep to survive the trek home, defying the newborn's usual craving. Migrating flocks snatch seconds mid-flight, power naps staving off collapse. One small wanderer shrugs off sleepless days during its seasonal dash, a resilience that fades when the journey ends, a marvel science still chases. Our drifting rhythm modernity has tugged humans from nature's beat. Most now chase a single, nightly stretch, often shy of 7 hours. Step into untouched lands and the tempo shifts. A long night's rest, 7 or 8 hours, pairs with a midday pause. Seasons tweak this tune. Summer siestas fade to winter's steady flow. Unlike our ancestors who slept with the sun's arc, today's dawn rouses us before rest is full, and dusk finds us far from bed. That afternoon lull, a genetic hum, begs for a break we rarely grant. This split rhythm isn't mere habit. It's carved into us all, a dip in sharpness after noon. History hints at a different tale. Nights once cleaved by wakeful hours, but the old ways show no such fracture. The true duet, etched in bone and blood, pairs a solid night with a brief day's rest. Straying from this costs us, where siestas linger, hearts beat stronger, lives stretch longer, a whisper of what we've lost. Humanity's unique. Lullaby, across this vast chorus, humans strike a distinct note. Unlike our tree-swinging kin, who doze 10 to 15 hours, we settle for 8. Yet our dreams burn brighter, claiming a quarter of the night, triple their share. Grounded by fire's glow, our ancestors shed the treetops' risks, unlocking a richer slumber. This shift, shorter, denser, dream-drenched, may have forged our edge, tuning emotions and igniting sparks of genius. As tribes grew, these gifts wove tighter bonds and bolder ideas, a cycle lifting us to the pinnacle of life's stage.